Lord Brahma were was like he received the responsibility of creation. Lord Vishnu received the responsibility of sustention, taking care of the creation, and Lord Shiva took the responsibility of destruction. So, in this way, when Lord Brahma and Vishnu together started the journey of creation, it was difficult for them to do this creation because there was some element missing. The element of Shakti was missing in that. So they went to Lord Shiva and then they requested Lord Shiva that if he can give Shakti as help in the process of creation, and then he agreed. So at that time, Shakti and Shiva, they got divided. Shakti went to Lord Brahma and started helping with the work of creation. So that's why you see the nature around us when we see animals, trees, leaves, and birds, all these beautiful things, the energy in them which keeps them alive is Shakti. So, in this way, Shakti started doing this work of creation, putting the energy in that. In this way, she started taking different words. So, Shakti took totally 108 birth. So the first birth was the first name of the birth was Shakti, and after that it has different names: Ma Chandeshwari, Uma. Then that's why we have so many names of Shakti. When we do the mantras, we use different names, different places. So in this way, when there was a time when the work of the creation was coming to the end, then Vishnu and Brahma thought that now the universe is created, but the energy of production, the energy of the union of male and female component is not complete till all three supreme powers, supreme energies are not united with their female part. So Brahma was united with Sharada, Vishnu was united with Mahalakshmi, but Shiva and Shakti were divided. So it was said that till this union doesn't happen, the cycle of universe cannot flow, they cannot work properly. So then they started decided how to again unite Shiva and Shakti. So when this discussion was going on, this son of Lord Brahma, who was Prajapati Daksh, he was there. So he said that I wish that I want Ma Shakti to come as a daughter in my house, and when she grows, I want that pleasure to get her married to Shiva again, to give her to Shiva again as the wife, and I can become the part of this divine process. So he was really happy about it, and his wish was granted. Ma Sati, she appeared, she took birth in as his daughter, and till then everything was going fine, but in between, before Lord Brahma had five heads. So one of the head of Brahma, because what you create, the one who created us, we have all the qualities of that. So one of the head of Brahma somehow started speaking bad about all the negativity, all the negative energy started coming out of that head of Brahma. When Lord Shiva saw that such a negativity is emitting in the universe from the creator itself, so he takes his trishul, his trident, and he cuts that head of Lord Brahma. In For this, Brahma thanks Shiva because he said that in the creation, because whatever thing you do, whatever good you do, there is one part which is waste. So this was the waste product of the creation which was coming out from my face, with my one of the mouth, and you detached it on the time, because if you don't do that, this energy will start emitting in the universe. So how much negativity came from his mouth, we already have in the universe. So imagine if we would have that like constant negativity coming out from that one mouth of Brahma. For not that for stopping that, Lord Shiva cut his face. But because he did this, Lord, his son, the Prajapati Daksh, he didn't had that much enlightenment to understand that what exactly happened. He thought that Lord Shiva, insulted my father, and now I will see that how Shiva and Shakti you get united, because Shakti is in my house as my daughter, and I make sure that Shakti doesn't even never remembers about Shiva, or she never connects with Shiva. So he goes in the revenge mode, that I don't want again Shiva and Shakti to be united, and this will be my revenge from Shiva for cutting and insulting my father. So then he takes, he gives everything to Sati, all the teachings and everything, but he makes sure that she never ever listen the name of Lord Shiva. So in his kingdom, the name of Lord Shiva was completely forbidden. Sati didn't even knew when she was young that there was some energy existing whose name is Lord Shiva. When she grows and she comes in her teenage time, she goes in the forest with her sisters, and there in the river she sees Rudraksh for the first time. When she sees the Rudraksh, she is amused to see that, and she immediately feels that there is a connection with this seed. What is this seed? She doesn't know anything about this. And then one of her friend tells her about Lord Shiva, and she says that you should not tell your father or anybody that you have heard this name. But as soon as uh, Sati gets connected with the Rudraksh and hears the name of Lord Shiva, she automatically feel connected. She constantly is thinking about Shiva. She goes in that direction, and in this way she just loses the path, and she just goes somewhere, and she ends up in a ashram of Saint Dadichi, which is one of the most strongest sage or saint, who was like a devotee of Lord Shiva. He tells her about Lord Shiva and her connection with the Lord Shiva. After that, there was no stopping. She was constantly attracted towards Shiva and wanted to go and get connected with him again. And she passes through a lot of hurdles, and she's moreover, she gets success to see the glimpse of Shiva. But after that, her life becomes like a big struggle. She starts getting um, you know uh, you know disturbed because of her father doesn't want her to go and connected with Shiva, and she wants to do that, and Shiva starts rejecting her, because Vishnu and Lord Brahma goes to Shiva and tries to convince him that now Shakti is there, and she knows about your connection with him, and it will be amazing if you both get married, so that the energy in the universe becomes stabilized, the male and female energy in the universe gets stabilized, and everything starts flowing good. But Shiva says that Shakti is not complete for me. Shakti is in her human form. Shakti is full of her human qualities. She cannot turn into complete Shakti if she doesn't practice, or doesn't do sadhana, and she needs to do lot of struggles to do that. And now at this moment, if I get married with the Shakti with her human qualities, then it will be not good for universe, instead it will be damaging. But Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma, because they were hurry, they just wanted to complete their created universe and to see it working easily, so they ignored the warning from Lord Shiva, and instead they started doing creating situations where Shiva and Shakti start coming together more and more often, and they were succeeded. Shiva got married to Sati at that time, and Sati goes to Kailash with him, and then Shiva tells him that now, even though we are married, you are not complete Shakti. You are Shakti in a human form. Now you have to practice, and you have to, like, do a lot of sadhana to do that. He tries to tell her so many times, but because this is the human quality. Once you achieve the goal, you forget about the hard work. And this is what Sati proved at that moment. She was like, okay, I'm married to you. Yeah. I I can do sadhana anytime. I'm in the at the Kailash all the time. Yeah, now let's do something like this, and later I will do. Then Shiva says, you have to do the Chandrayan Vrat, it's very complicated. And she was like, but not now. We are just married. Let's have some, time together. I was waiting for this moment for so long. I'll do it later. So she always skips this sadhana part, and she just wants to become his wife. And then she says that, I'm more than happy to become your wife. I don't want to turn into anything else. I'm happy when you are doing sadhana. I will sit and watch you. I'll cook food for you. And like any woman wants, that I just want a good, happy life with full of love and gifts and nice time with the husband. So this is what she wanted. And then in this time, because Daksh, his Sati's father, couldn't take this revenge from Lord Shiva. He was really angry, and he was planning that what should I do to take, do something in this way to insult Shiva. So this will be my revenge, he said. So he declares that he invites all the, sorry for this disturbance, there is a car coming, yeah. So he just, he invites all the gods and all the, sages and everybody for a yajna. This yajna was like Shiv Heen Yajna. Shiv Heen Yajna means to boycott Shiva, that from the universe. So he wanted to do that. This was, he didn't had any power to do that, but ego, ego is such thing in a human, which in which he starts believing that he can defeat a dinosaur, you know so in this in this way, he was full of that energy. And then he arranges that yajna. But at that moment, Sati didn't knew that this yajna is against Shiva. So she was very excited that I want to go in this yajna in my father's place. And Shiva tells us so many times that you should not go, because if you go there, it's not good for you. It's you're gonna it will be drastic for you. You should not go there. But still she doesn't listen. She starts arguing with Shiva, and she decides to go. When she goes there, she gets insulted by her father. She gets, humiliated, and his father also insults Shiva. Their relationship, he insults all the universe in that moment, and she can't take it. She feels ashamed. She tries to go from there, but his father, still does that, and speaks bad words and these things. At a moment, the the control of Sati's mind is completely gone, and she becomes totally angry. And in this moment, she turns into the Shakti. Because of her concentration of anger, her anger was so 100% that that Shakti energy gets connected with her body, and she turns in the Shakti. And then she says in that form that I'm nobody's daughter, I'm nobody's sister here. I am just Shakti. I'm Shakti of Shiva. And at this moment, this body, who is called as wife of Shiva, is it's not at all, now it has become so much impure with all the words she got from the relatives of the body, that this body is not at all pure for Shiva anymore. And this negative human qualities, which this body is having, this Sati's body is having, this is in this way, this she cannot turn into Shakti 100%. So at this moment, I am finishing this body. And with the self fire, Shakti finishes, dissolves the body, burns the body. After that, um, Shiva, he picks up the Sati's half-burned body, and he starts going on top of the universe. And he starts saying that, you know, Sati had to go through all these things. She didn't, it was not her mistake also. This was mistake of us, the Tridev, the Trinity. When even if they knew that Sati's body was not able to handle the energy of Shakti, we still, Brahma and Vishnu still forced for this marriage. And I had to oppose, and I still accepted it. So this was our mistake. And he said that we all have to, this whole universe have to pay for this. Everybody have to purify this karma. And then Shiva goes, he leaves his divine energy behind, and he becomes a simple man, and then he roams on the earth, there are some people who are insane. They don't know what to wear, where to stay. They just roam, don't speak, and he becomes like that. He takes the mona, and he becomes a human, and he wants to pure that karma, and then he does that. In meanwhile, when he was doing that, Ma Shakti, she takes birth as Parvati. She takes birth in the Himalaya family. And then here at that time, since childhood, she knows about the Shiva. And she's like, she's not completely in the human form. Somehow she had some of her memories alive. Since the childhood, she knew that she is born to marry Shiva. She does puja of the Shiva, and she does sadhana of the Shiva, and she grows in young teenage girl. And at that time, she comes to know that Shiva is in the meditation. And after this karma was purified, Shiva goes and he sits in the Amarnath cave. Amarnath cave is in the Himalaya. He goes there and he does the sadhana there. He goes in the samadhi. So she goes there. She comes to know about that, and she goes there and she wants to break the samadhi of the Shiva and get married to Shiva. So she goes there, she enters the cave, she sees the Shiva in Samadhi. She strives to speak with Shiva, but he doesn't come out of the Samadhi because he still knew that still, even though Parvati knows about him, Parvati understands all the things, but she still has the human qualities. And he said, I don't want to repeat the same mistake by how I married Sati, and after that, nothing got completed. This time he didn't want it to do that. So he refuses to come out of the samadhi. But again, the god and the other energies were impatient for letting to time pass. So they start they involve in this process. So Lord, the other gods, they send Lord Kamdeva. Kamdeva is a god of love. They send him so that he can use the weapon of love on Shiva when Parvati is in front of him. And they thought that this will work with Shiva, who actually is the creator of Kamadeva. So this is how this happens when you feel that you know everything, and then you forget that there is something beyond what you know. And this is what happened with all the gods. So Kamdev goes there and he uses the weapon of love. And result of that, Shiva's third eye opens and Kamdeva turns into ashes. And Shiva was really angry because everybody tried to break his samadhi. And he angrily rejects Parvati and says that whoever you are, whoever woman you are, I don't know you, and I don't ever want to be with you. And it shatters Ma Parvati. गुरुजी से बात करो ना, मैं मीटिंग में. Yeah, sorry. So in this way they conclude. Then Vishnu understands. Lord Vishnu goes to Ma Parvati and tells her that you can't be Shakti till you don't earn it. First you need to turn completely into the Shakti, then only you can marry Shiva. And she was she was too much like dedicated, and she decides that I want to do that. Then she starts working in that direction. She does the Chandrayan Vrat. Chandrayan Vrat is a very difficult and the ancient type of fasting. So this is connected with moon. Here, a person in the Chandrayan Vrat starts drinking water, like 1 spoon of water one day, and till the 15th day, 15 spoon of water, and then start reducing again. After 15th spoon you start 14, 13, like this you do 1 month of thing. It this fasting is done. It's not simple. It feels that 1 month of not eating is simple, but because you're doing all day sadhana in this, it generates so much of heat and energy inside the body that it purifies the complete body, the complete kundalini system. It's the fastest way to purify the kundalini system. So she does that. After that, she starts the Pancha Agni Sadhana. Pancha Agni Sadhana is the 5 fires. Okay, so there are 5 types of fire, which is like outside fire. You have sun as a one type of fire. You have Badvana Lagni, Davana Lagni. So there are 5 types of fire. Some are inside your body, Kundalini Agni. So these 5 fires, when the alignment in these 5 fires happen, at that time your Kundalini can get activated immediately. So she does that. She becomes sadhika after the Chandrayan Vrat, and she goes to Amarnath for completing this Panchagni sadhana. There she makes the ice lingam, and this is why till now in the Amarnath the ice lingam is formed automatically and it dissolves automatically. So that's why you have pilgrimage during that time to see the ice lingam. So that place is still there. So she makes the ice lingam, and then she starts her Panchangani sadhana. And on the day of Hartalika, there is one festival in India which is celebrated as Hartalika Tej. I don't know if you all have connected with that. We have shared about this in the Insta. So on that day, Shiva appears in front of her, and he tells her that your sadhana is completed, and Shakti, the Shakti which was in the universe, she gets connected with Ma Parvati, and Ma Parvati completely turns herself in the Shakti by leaving all the human qualities and the human elements behind. And this is how she achieves, and she opens the path of achieving this divinity for all the humans, because all other energies were in the form of energies, but Shakti, Ma Parvati, she took the birth as a human, and she opened this path of divinity and the Kundalini and all the Tantra for all other humans. Before that, no human, achieved to turn themselves in the divinity. So this is why, in the Tantra we have 108 beads in the malas and everything that represents that 108 births of Ma Parvati. And it's also symbolizes that the energy, this Shakti, she came in the human birth, so she can open all the doors of divinity for the human kind. And that's why only human is a species who can do the Kundalini work. All other animals, they can feel the divinity, they can see the divinity, but they cannot, get the moksha in that form. Any soul can get moksha in only form of human. So this was the connection with that. And after this, Shiva says that now you have turned into complete Shakti, and now I am impatient to unite again with my Shakti after so not many years, I should say, so many thousand of years. I can say that, yeah, ages. So, but This time, Parvati says that no, I have done a sadhana for you to become a Shakti to get united with you. Now you have to do a sadhana, the sadhana of society, because I come from a human species, and in the human world there are some rules and some processes which culturally you have to complete. You have to come to my mother and father, and you have to ask me as the wife, and if they allow me, then only I can be your wife. And this was really difficult for Shiva because he was never connected with society. He was the celibate yogi living somewhere in the Himalaya, doesn't know anything. So he agrees. And then from there, another Veda style appeared for everybody, which was Natya Veda. So Natya Veda is full of drama and emotions and all this, what we have in the movies. So because uh, now Shiva and Shakti, they started all this, the story where Shiva comes as a groom and asks for the daughter's hand, and all this story in everybody's life which is going on. So they also played all these roles. And finally, the mother and father of Parvati was agreed, and they got married. And the day they got married was Mahashivaratri. So this is the second incident happened on the day of Mahashivaratri. The first incident happened, which I skipped in the story of Shiva and Sati, the former birth of Ma Parvati, because I didn't wanted to break this nice love story with some other another sequence. That sequence now I will tell you when the first time Mahashivratri was celebrated. Okay. So now you know that why Mahashivratri is called as the marriage day of Shiva and Parvati, and how this story flowed and how they got married. Now this is what you know. Now the first time when the Mahashivratri was celebrated was in the time of Sati. During that time, Sati was not married to Shiva, and she was in the process of uh, of convincing Shiva to get married. During that time, what happened? One of the sister of Sati was married to Moon. So Moon, like two sisters of Sati were married to Moon, but Moon had good relationship with one of the sister, and another sister he didn't had good relationship with, and that's why that sister was really unhappy. When Sati's father came to know that his son-in-law is doing this partiality with his wives, he was really angry, and that's why he gives the curse to Moon that he will be finished. He will be not there, like his um what how to say that, yeah, he will die, he will be disappeared from the space. And that's why Moon starts slowly he starts disappearing. And when it was the last bit, last moment when he was gonna disappear, before that, one of this sage Dadichi who told Sati about Ma Lord Shiva, he tells her that there is one saint who is called as Rishi Martande. So you go to him because he was the creator of Mahamrityunjay mantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe, what we say, which we chant, it was created by Saint Martande. So you have to go there and you have to take the initiation of Mahamrityunjay mantra, and only with that mantra you can save Moon. So she takes the initiation, she comes back, and she with all other saints, they do the sadhana of Mahamrityunjay mantra, and Shiva appears and he gives a boon to Moon that uh, I will not finish the curse completely because you did really mistake, but if the Moon is gone from the universe, all the stability of universe will go, because Moon is connected with the how the ocean functions. So moon is just not giving us light and this, but it's a part of a machine of a universe. If that one part is gone from the, then the machine stops working, in the more scientific way, if we have to say. So for that, everybody will suffer. That's why he said, I will save your life. So he decides to that the moon will start disappearing for 15 days and growing for 15 days. And this is why from that time it is said that moon, what the phases of moon, what we see is because of that curse and boon together. And after this, he also said that from this day, whoever will do the Mahamrityunjay Japa for somebody on the deathbed or somebody suffering, this Mrityunjay mantra will help in healing anybody. In any case they can do that. There will be not strong processes related to this mantra. So this mantra has direct connection or direct support of Lord Shiva. This is why this mantra is the most powerful mantra for the humankind. And this is how, and after this boon, he also said the day Mahashivaratri, any woman or a man who wants to so this one not during the sati, but when he got married to Ma Parvati, on that Mahashivaratri he said any young woman or man wants, they, the bride or a groom for them, whoever will do the Mahashivaratri Japa, and from Mahashivaratri, whoever will do 16 Mondays fasting and the process, Sola Samvar, they will achieve what they want. They will achieve the favorite partner. I can't say favorite because if somebody will say that I want Angelina Jolie as my partner, I don't think it will work. So appropriate is the good word. Yeah, appropriate partner you will get. So now we see Mahashivratri. We have different gifts we got from Shiva on this day. Union of Shiva and Shakti, Ma Parvati and Shiva's marriage, which stabilized our universe and which created the relationship between as a husband and wife. And in this way, Shiva and Parvati is living their life in every husband and every wife. The energy of Shiva and Parvati gets connected with husbands and wife, all like all in all humankind, and they bless us. Second, we got the the Mahamrityunjay mantra, the powerful mantra for helping healing, help healing the humankind. And the what was the third thing? Yeah, third thing we got is the blessing that whoever will do this fasting will get the appropriate partner. So you see, we are getting so many beautiful gifts from Shiva on the day of Mahashivratri. So this is about the gifts. Plus, on the day of Mahashivratri, the celestial system, the planets, the energies are are attracted to one point. When we said in the story that Shiva was in the form of Agni Lingam. Initially, it was in the form of Agni Lingam. So this Agni Lingam is still there in our universe, and at this time all the energies from the universe, they get connected with this Agni Lingam. And this is why there is this cosmic energy ball is created around the universe. And this is why when you are doing most of the like sadhana, yajna, japa, or anything during this time, it gives you more and more support for your spiritual practice and any your wishes or anything. It the flow of energy in your body is on its optimal level. Optimal is good word, maybe. Maximum, let's use different word. Maximum, it's in the maximum flow. And it becomes most strong when in the night time. This is why Maha Shivaratri, it is celebrated as a Shiva night. So all day this energy is there, but in the night time is the most powerful. And that's why it is recommended to do the sadhana during the night of Maha Shivaratri. How much you can do. Yeah. So this was my little story and some explanation, some points about Maha Shivaratri. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah. Great. I'm really excited, Today I'm really excited to see Lillian's dance. I'm going to be audience during that time, right? Great. Anybody of you, at this point, anybody of you decide that, okay, I have not signed up for doing anything, but anybody of you want to share some experience or, share some story or share anything, how you celebrated Mahashivratri? Because in between we have a lot of time and, you can use that time to say something. Don't worry if you will feel that who will be there to listen. I am there. I am 100% present audience. I will listen to you. Okay. Maybe somebody wants to sing Om Namah Shivaya. That's my favorite bhajan. Yeah. Great. Okay. So see you at 12 for the afternoon Abhishek. Thank you. Happy Mahashivratri again.